Hi, welcome to Sean's Trains. Today we're going to work on installing a Superior Scenics lake or pond in foam. We're going to simply mask out around the pond or lake. We're going to take a knife, etch our marks in there. We're going to finish cutting through. We're going to push the foam through and then install our lake. It's as simple as that. So there's two ways you can do this. Actually, there's more than that. But the way I've kind of seen in my head is you can either dig a hole out, so tape it off around the edges and cut out around it, and then you can sink it in, which was my initial intention, or you can build landscape around it. I think I would really like to try sinking it in and then try a different one putting it around it. So I think we're going to try both. We're going to do one over here and one over here. Let's give it a shot. I'm going to take a refill for my razor blade. I'm going to use it to sink the rest of the way through the foam because the blade that sticks out of my razor blade isn't long enough to reach through. You can do this with another kitchen knife or another sharp razor blade that's thicker than the foam that you're using. This is just scrap foam I had laying around, so I had to make do with what I have. Alright, so now that we've got our foam broken through, there's a couple different ways we can do this. One, we can push the foam all the way through and use the entire exposed area to help fill in and drop the lake down in there. And then we can carve the inside to match the terrain. Or we can push this one through, pull out a little bit of extra foam that there is, and drop our lake right in it, just like that. And now we've got a perfectly recessed lake. It's flat and level. And so what we can do is just put a little, after we pull the tape off, just put a little ground around it, and it'll look like it'll come down into a nice area. So I think another way to do this that might be a little bit faster is if we just mounted this on top and then filled around. That's another way you can do it. But I think I'm going to stick with this. I'm really digging this. I think I might recess it a little bit more, and then we can cut out some of the foam around it and bring in a nice shoreline. And we have our recessed lake. So we can push this in, make it a little bit lower if we want to. But I think I just kind of want it in the ground a little bit. We'll put some dirt and whatnot around there. But that's one recessed lake in foam. So that's one way you can do it. Another way you can put this on foam is just to set the card right on top and use ground foam to fill around it. Of course, it's going to create kind of a raised surface to that. But if it's in the mountains or kind of in a hilly area, you're not really going to notice it too much. But this is one way to do it in foam. And then you can either shave off the back side, or you can just rest this gently above something else.